Hi guys, how are you? And hope you are doing well and you are following the developments around the world, especially the President of United States of America, Donald Trump, and what he is doing, what he is not doing. I think you are all aware, but you must try to understand his policy, foreign policy, in ideological framework. Right? It is not only a commercial activities and deal made by the president of America, and you have also heard, you have also you are knowing through the newspapers that how he has created certain kind of you can say uh, uh, credit taking exercise between India and Pakistan when this operation Sindoor was launched, and when Indian army was giving fitting reply, they have tried to take credit for the ceasefire, and we have completely denied the any interference in the dispute between India and Pakistan. It is well argued reply denied by the Indian government that there was no interference and mediation and certain kind of things by the United States of America, and ultimately American establishment has accepted it. So they are trying to increase their sphere of influence. But what I want to say here is that the every attempt by Americans need to be seen in an ideological framework of power and politics. Why it is important? For example, they have signed, the Americans has signed a deal with Ukraine, and you know that what is the status of Ukraine today, whether Ukraine is in position to bargain with Americans, whether Ukrainians are strong enough to counter America. You have seen the fight between United States of America President Donald Trump and President of Ukraine Vladimir Zelensky's scuffle at the Oval Office. You have seen it. So whether the Ukraine is in position to bargain with Americans, no. And when you are saying that we have a particular agreement between both the country, contract between both the country, it means that the partner must be equal in bargaining power, equal in strength, but they are not equal. They are not equal. The Americans has not given any kind of security guarantee to Ukraine, and Ukraine is being forced to enter into an agreement, and they are celebrating it. So whether it is just a commercial deal, it is just an economic deal, or it is operating in a larger ideological framework, and that is power struggle. Who is powerful to do it? They are not ensuring, Americans are not ensuring the security of Europe now. They are going back. They are not supporting NATO. They are saying that no, we are not going to spend. We are not going to guarantee the security to Europe. After the Atlantic Alliance, after the Second World War, they have supported Europe through monetary support and military support. Now they are withdrawing, and they have eyes on the rich mineral resources in Europe, in Ukraine. Right? They are seeing this. They are trying to reorder the world order. They are trying to manipulate and restructure the world order in favor of Americans. Now, America first is a policy to impose American hegemony, American imperialism. So all is happening in the broad framework of imperialism. This is a new kind of imperialism. Of course, it cannot be same as practiced by British and others. But this is imperialism. Wherever Mr. Trump is going, you can see this. So this framework is very, very important. And under this framework, they are trying to get most of benefit through the trade deals. They are trying to enter into trade deals and commercial deal through the bilateral agreement. So this tariff was started by Donald Trump and promoted by Donald Trump is in order to impose American hegemony. It is in order to increase the profits of American corporations, companies. The American interest is in the center of the Trump policies. Recently, he had visited Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Middle East, in order to get much of the benefit from the trade deals. I think you are aware about the Syria. Ahmad al-Sara was banned by United States of America. There was a bounty on his head because he was related with he was fighting from the side of Al Qaeda and all. And recently Trump was praising him. That was not bad. It will certainly the removal of sanction will benefit the Syrians. But the point is that whether it is for the world peace, whether it is for the prosperity of humanity, whether it is for the prosperity of all countries on this earth, no. This is operating in an ideological framework, and this new ideological framework is aggressive imperialism and colonialism. They are determined to make Ukraine a colony. So guys, you need to understand where Trump is heading. Where Trump is heading. They are very aggressive. And by aggression, they are trying to impose the American hegemony, American understanding of the world order, American understanding of peace, American understanding of order. And the US-Ukraine deal is the best example to understand that how a small country, devastated country, destroyed countries is being forced to enter into an agreement in order to extract most of the minerals, rare earth mineral from the Ukraine. And even after this agreement, the Ukrainians has not been granted to take support and give support in order to secure the borders of Ukraine against the Russians' attacks. Americans have not given any assurance to the Ukrainians, and they were forced to enter into this agreement. So which kind of world order is being emerged or is going to emerge is very important question, because Trump and his administration is putting American interest in center of all deals, all bilateral deals. They are trying to hamper world order which was consensually agreed by the institutions and leaders and intellectuals supported by the United States of America. It was America and Western nations which were promoting the idea of liberal market economy and all. And when this market logic are going against them, And on the basis of this market logic, the developing country, a small country, underdeveloped country are developing. They are taking the momentum of this world order. Now they are going back. They are not supporting this. Now they are trying to reorient, restructure this in their favor, so that America will become great. So great in what sense? Great in what sense? Great in exploitation. Great in increasing power, concentrating power. Great in increasing hegemony. Great in promoting exploitation, colonization, imperialism. Now, Mr. Trump is doing this. You need to understand this. You need to understand in the broader framework of ideological politics by right. Right means what? Conservative. Conservative means what? That party to which Mr. Trump belongs, that is the Republican. So, what will be the impact on the developing countries and other countries is very, very important to understand. We need to understand the implications of Trump's policies, whether it is on India or developing countries or third world countries. What will happen to international organizations? What will happen to other institutions? What will happen to world economy? What will happen to development and growth? What will happen to value chain? These are many questions which we need to understand in backdrop of the Trump's policies. So once he was saying that this is the tariff, this is the tariff, this is the tariff, and now he is going to lower it because other countries are also responding in that way. Recently, United States of America and China enter into a deal. They have lowered their tariffs. There was actual war between China and United States of America, and now they have agreed. So actually, the Trump tariff war was a tactics in order to create a deal in favor of Americans. But many power centers are emerging. But most of the talk and most of the world order are being dominated by two biggest economies, that is United States of America and China, where small countries are standing and where we are heading. This is the big questions. And whether the ideology promoted by and propagated by the America right now under Donald Trump presidency will benefit humanity, will benefit other small countries, developing countries, whether it will benefit environmental and climate change talks. Trump administration is saying climate talks is hoax. They are not believer in climate talk. They are believer in extraction, damage to the climate, environment, ecology. So guys, we need to understand the mechanism and dynamics of the world politics right now, which is of course being dominated by Americans. The certain benefits are overcoming to the developing countries, and now they are trying to take all benefits in their favors. That is the slogan of making America great. It is not in benefit of humanity. It is not in benefit of all countries. It is only in benefit of United States of America, and that is the slogan, that is the argument made by the Americans. And of course, not all Americans. There are many Americans who are opposing the ideology and logic and kind of politics promoted by the Republican Party and right now Mr. Donald Trump. So we must be aware about all these things, because our economy is interconnected. Indian economy is interconnected. Our people are interconnected with many countries and people, and they are going to be impacted. So in this way, we need to understand the true nature of the Donald Trump policies towards India and towards the world. And then we can understand actually the trend of global politics or international politics. So with this, let me complete this discussion, and I'm hopeful that you will observe the everything going around you, going on national stage and going on at international stage. So this is very very important, guys. So try to understand, try to make a sense, and try to know, try to discuss, try to analyze the pattern and trends going on at the international stage and at the national stage, how our policy is being influenced by this kind of things, this kind of trends. So with this, I'm concluding this discussion. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan. Dhanyavad.